Good morning everyone. My name is Chetan, Department of Biology, Gopalaswamy PU College, Lakshmipuram, Mysuru. Dear students, today I am discussing about organism and populations. So before discussing about organism and population, I would like to give little introduction about ecology. So what is ecology? See, ecology means study of interaction or interrelationship between organism and its physical environment or abiotic environment. That is called ecology. So study of interrelationship between organism and its physical environment or abiotic environment. See here, interrelationship or interaction. See, interaction means involvement with something means abiotic factors or physical environment. See, there are four major abiotic factors: water, soil, light, temperature. These are all major abiotic factors. So study of interaction or interrelationship between organism and its physical or abiotic environment. That is called ecology. The term ecology was coined by Ritter. Again, there are branches of ecology. Number one is autoecology and synecology. So autoecology and synecology, these are all the branches of ecology. So what is the meaning of autoecology? So what is autoecology? Study of interrelationship between environment and organism. Study of interrelationship between environment and organism. So this is called autoecology. What is synecology? Synecology means study of interrelationship between environment and group of organisms. So that is called synecology. So autoecology means study of interrelationship between environment and organism. Synecology means study of interrelationship between environment and group of organisms. Okay, now let's start discussion about organism and population. Our living world is fascinatingly diverse and amazingly complex. Yes, of course, our living world has so many plants and animals and microorganisms like bacteria, fungi and viruses. So these organisms, it may be unicellular or multicellular, so it shows complex in nature, and these organisms also distributed in different habitats. So we can try to understand its complexity by investigating process at various levels of biological organization. So in the first year already we studied about lower level of biological organization, which means micro or macromolecules. So these micro or macromolecules are aggregated to form cells. So these cells are aggregated to form tissues. So the tissues are aggregated to form organs. The organs are aggregated to form organ system. So Finally, these organ systems become organisms. So this is called lower level of biological organization. Lower level of biological organization. Next to the organisms form populations. Next to the populations forms communities. So these communities with abiotic environment form ecosystem. So this ecosystem forms biomes. This ecosystem forms biomes. See, after above the organisms, so that is called higher level of biological organization. Higher level of biological organization. Okay. See at any level of biological organization, we can ask two types of questions. How and why. For example, when we hear the bulbul bird singing in the early morning in the garden, we can ask two types of question. How does the bird sing and why does the bird sing? ಹೇಗೆ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಕೂಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಕೂಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಿ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೌ it will explain mechanism behind the process. The question how, it will explain mechanism of behind the singing process. The question why, it will explain significance of the singing process. See, actually the correct answer is how does the bird sing? See, because of operation of voice box and vibrating bones in the bird. ಬುಲ್ಬುಲ್ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಕೂಗೋ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಗೆ ಕೂಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಗೆ ಕೂಗೋ ರೀತಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆ ಕೂಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಡಸ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಂಗ್? ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಕೂಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಸಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಳೆಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಕೂಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಸೌಂಡ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ, if you observe your surroundings or nature or environment through scientific frame of mind, number of questions will be created in your mind. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿನ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಏನು ನೇಚರ್ನ ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಂದ, ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ NCERT they given 2-3 questions. Why are night blooming flowers are generally white? Why are night blooming flowers are generally white? ಸೊ ನೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಲೋಟಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೂನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಕಮಲ ಅಂತ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಏನಂದರೆ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್? ಸಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ absence of anthocyanidin pigment. Reduction or absence of anthocyanidin pigments. So these white color flowers are refracts to light and it's visible to flying creatures, which means insects. So it helps them to make pollination in flowers. Next question, how does the honeybees knows which flower has nectar? Nectar means a sugary fluid. ಜೇನು ಹುಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತಾನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ ಹೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕರಂದ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಬೀಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. The bees can sense a flower's electrical charge which tells them if the flower is worth for visiting. And another one thing, the bees can ability to see ultraviolet light. The bees can ability to see ultraviolet light. So it also helps for to search the nectar. And the next question, why does the cactus plant has so many thorns? Why does the cactus plant has so many thorns? ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಕಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಪಾಪಸ್ ಕಳ್ಳಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೋಲ್ಗಳ್ಳಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ತಿರುಕಳ್ಳಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಕಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೇಸಿ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಯೂಶಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಝೀರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಜೆರಿಕ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಮರಳು ಭೂಮಿ, ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಪಾಪಸ್ ಕಳ್ಳಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ವೈ ಡಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಕಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಾರ್ನ್ಸ್? ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳ ರೀತಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಥಾರ್ನ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಥಾರ್ನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮು ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Actually, the ecology is concerned with 4 levels of biological organization. Number 1, organisms. Number 2, population. Number 3, communities. Number 4, biomes. So now we can study it one by one. Already we know about organisms. What is population? So populations andre enu? See, population means total number of individuals of a species in specific geographical area at particular time. So which means total number of individuals of a species in specific geographical area at particular time. That is called population. Total number of individuals of a species in specific geographical area at a particular time. That is called populations. So next, these populations forms communities. See, the entire population. So what is communities? Communities means the entire population forms communities. What are biomes? See, I will give simple definition about biomes. See, biomes is a larger region of earth and that has certain climates and certain types of living things. That is called biomes. Next topic is organism and its environment. Its environment. Organism and its environment. See here, the ecology at the organismic level is essentially physiological ecology, which tries to understand how different organisms are adapted to their environment. It tries to understand how different organisms are adapted to their environment in terms not only for survival but also for reproduction. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಜೀವಿ ಕೂಡ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ವಾತಾವರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. See, because of not only for survival but also for reproduction. Dear students, we know about our planet. See, so it causes annual variations in intensity and duration of the temperature. The result, formation of distinct seasons. Means different seasons. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಮಳೆಗಾಲ, ಚಳಿಗಾಲ, ಬೇಸಿಗೆಗಾಲ ಈ ರೀತಿ. So it forms different seasons. So these variations with together annual variations in precipitation. See, precipitation means raining or snow. Rain ಕೂಡ ಆಗುವುದು ಅಥವಾ snow ಕೂಡ ಆಗುವುದು. So it will forms major biomes. So what are major biomes? I will give simple key to remember the major biomes, D or T. So D means desert and rainforest and tundra. So these are all called major biomes. Okay. Regional and local variation within each biome. Leads to formation of wide different habitats. So in India, we can observe 4 major biomes. So number 1, desert. Number 2, tropical rainforest. Number 3, deciduous forest. Number 4, sea coast. So these are all major biomes in India. So desert, tropical rainforest, deciduous forest and sea coast. See, ವಾತಾವರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆನೂ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಗೆಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 32 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನಲ್ಲಿ 42-45 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ on earth life exists even extreme and harsh habitats. So example, scorching Rajasthan desert. Okay, Rajasthan desert ನಲ್ಲಿ up to 40-45 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈನ್ ಸೋಕ್ಡ್ ಮೇಘಾಲಯ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಚಿರಪುಂಜಿಯಿಂದ ಟೌನ್ ಇದೆ ಮೇಘಾಲಯ, ನಿಯರ್ ಮೇಘಾಲಯ, ಅದರ ಚಿರಪುಂಜಿ ಟೌನ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೀಪ್ ಓಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ and torrential trenches and polar regions and high mountain tops and some compost pits. These are all shows different habitats and shows different physico-chemical conditions. So what are the key elements? It leads to so much variation in physico-chemical conditions of different habitat. So there are 2 components. One is abiotic components and biotic components. So what are abiotic components? So this is called water, soil, light and temperature. So what about biotic components? I will give simple key for biotic components. I will give simple key to remember the biotic components. P3C, which means parasites, predators, pathogens and competitors. Thank you. I am discussing about the second year biology, last unit, ecology.